Hello and welcome back to Wrestling Tea Tarot, where we try to look behind the kayfabe and beyond the booking, try to find some truth in the world of professional wrestling. I'm Jude, here with my partner Calypso Vibes. Today we are going to take a look at Colby Lopez, better known to most of us as Seth freaking Rollins. Has been making a little bit of news lately in terms of not being happy with this booking, which we're hearing about a lot of folks, especially since the company's been sold. As always, we remind you that this is allegedly and for entertainment purposes. We have no special connection to the WWE. When we talk about what people are thinking or feeling, we're just interpreting what the cards are telling us. So, I've already dropped the Venus card and offer. Let's keep shuffling this Yin Yang Oracle deck and see what else we can come up with. But Seth has been talking quite a bit lately about potentially having beef with Cody Rhodes, about feeling that he's not getting the respect and attention that he deserves. Even Becky Lynch has gone public, saying that Seth should have main evented WrestleMania. But how much of that is work? How much of it is shoot? What is Seth really feeling, and what might the future hold for his career? Got quite a bit now out of this deck. Shuffle this one more time. Call that good. Let's see what we've got. So, first thing that fell, as I said, was the Venus and offer. Venus governs Libra and it governs Taurus. Also could just be referring to feminine energy or love. We know, of course, that he's married to one of the top women in the company, Becky Lynch. And that there has been an offer. Is that related to his WrestleMania performance? Is that related to possibly a renewed contract? Is he being courted by a rival company? We know that, of course, he has friends and colleagues over on the other side at AEW. The president, CEO, manager, head booker of AEW, Tony Khan, is a Libra, governed by Venus. Maybe he's exploring other opportunities. Messages and dreams. Well, we at least know that one of his great dreams that he's been pretty vocal about is as yet unfulfilled, in that he has yet to main event WrestleMania. Is he's still dreaming about this? Is he receiving messages from people telling him, like, hey, you were shafted, it should have been you? Or possibly telling him, hang in there. Interestingly enough, we know Cody was really what a lot of that NXT class of, Cody's era is referred to as one of Dusty's kids. So there's the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes right there. And Cody's probably biggest thorn in his side right now, as far as his career goes, is Dusty's son, Cody Rhodes. Seeds and spring. Cody has been doing Seth has been doing such strong work throughout his career, but really his in-ring work over these last few years, he's the modern Shawn Michaels in a lot of ways. His work in the ring really can't be refuted. He puts on outstanding matches no matter where he is on the card or who he's working with, whether that's...
he is the workhorse. He is the Iron Man.
For sure. Whether that's the program that he had with Cody about a year ago, his work with Seth, the program that he worked with Riddle.
I think he's planting seeds online because he's been doing a lot of interviews about, oh, I sure, headline Mania at 40. And got Roman doing the same thing, helping plant those seeds.
Absolutely, which is where I was going with this. He's been doing this great work and he's been doing this talking. He's planting seeds to manifest what he wants. So he's trying to make these dreams a reality. Party and external. Well, we know he's a family man with a wife and young daughter, but he's also a WWE superstar. I don't doubt that he enjoys the party life that's part of that experience.
See, I was saying his current character is that.
Well, his current character,
external, the
facade.
the flashy party boy, like the Joker, ha 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 character. That's him right now.
Confusion, illusions, and the planet Neptune. Also, one of the things that's interesting about the image on this card is those rose-colored glasses. Of course, looking at the world through rose-colored glasses means you try to see the best in things, even if that means it's an illusion. So maybe he's chasing a dream that he thinks he's going to be the face of the company when, as he has said before, he has had the misfortune to be working in the age of Roman Reigns.
Cody.
And now Cody. I mean, I said a few minutes ago that he's in a lot of ways the modern Shawn Michaels. He's also, in a more business sense, he's the Macho Man or Roddy Piper to Roman's Hulk Hogan. Like, there's no getting around him. The company has decided this is our guy. He's the face of the company until the wheels fall off. And if you're looking at the world thinking that you're going to displace that, it's kind of an illusion. So don't get it confused. But Seth is still trying to make this dream come true because he has the talent, he has the ability. In a lot of ways, he does deserve it. Does he regret finding himself in the position that he is now? We see this dark shadow. I don't know why this backwards hat makes me think of John Cena, Professor of Thugonomics.
But it says repression.
It also says repression, right? Which means he's been held back.
He definitely has.
Which he absolutely has.
But it's not like he hasn't won the belt. Like somebody said, he's had title runs. And he got to literally slay Brock Lesnar.
And he's still not happy.
And he's still ungrateful.
And that, I think, is where I was going to be looking in some of those petty decks that are coming up. Not only did he beat Brock Lesnar for the belt, but he got to cash in on Brock and Roman.
Right.
And stomp Roman for that first belt.
Like, he might have not have had his... It's about the marquee. It has nothing to do with anything else. He just wants his face on the marquee for the night.
Yes, he is
They obsess over that.
He's so bitterman about WrestleMania 35 that Becky headlined along with Ronda and Charlotte, and he didn't.
Yep. Oh, if you fight Brock Lesnar, that's almost a guaranteed main event.
Right.
Except for the year of Ronda Rousey.
Except for... And which is crazy that Seth beat Brock before Roman beat Brock.
Right?
Brock was owning Roman for years. And the crowd loved it. After Roman Reigns beat The Undertaker, we couldn't get enough of seeing Roman get dumped on. Then Seth came along, slayed the beast, had, the run with the Universal title that he had.
To some degree, Seth is paying dues the same way Roman had to pay
Humbled.
Those 8 years of getting dumped on before he got to be this version. No disrespect. I think their stories are in reverse.
Absolutely.
Seth got his stuff early, and now he's paying dues, and he doesn't like it because it's during the time when WWE is at its peak and there's more eyes. So he wants that limelight while there's more eyes.
And it's even worse for Seth because not only does he have to be, bitter or a little jealous about Roman's success.
His wife.
His own wife is a bigger figure in the company than he is.
That's a fact.
So
she's the one with the bus, by the way. Let me repeat.
You love talking about she's the one with the bus.
She's the bus.
Go back and watch our other videos where you can also see Calypso riding that same bus. But she is 100% correct. So yes, does Seth have reasons to be bitter and petty? Sure, but he also has a lot of reasons to be grateful. And if he were to entertain an offer from that Libras company,
he would not be
he would be looking up at Moxley and feeling the same Bitterman way.
Absolutely.
Where Moxley is over there making $6 million
a year.
It's crazy.
John Moxley is making more than Roman Reigns.
We're talking about Dean Ambrose here, people.
Crazy.
North Pole, Cosmic, and Purpose.
He was always destined for the business.
He is. He's destined to be a star, and that is his purpose. But right now, it's his purpose to not be at the top of the heap. He's going to heal that inner child. That is, I'm not the one who has. I want more.
Excuse me. A lot of this comes from because he's an adopted child.
I mean, he took his stepfather's name.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, so he deals with abandonment issues in the sense of his father, right? So he has daddy issues. That's all I'm saying.
So.
Like
Possibly so.
He in those situations. That's all I'm saying. Like anybody who's dealt with stuff like that, you always have some sort of abandonment issues.
We've got next Action, Courage, Beginnings, and the planet Jupiter. Well, we were just talking about his beginnings a moment ago, but he's been seeing a lot of action.
God, who rules Jupiter?
I am
Virgo.
pretty sure that Jupiter is.
I really think it's Virgo. I could be wrong.
Yes, that Jupiter is Virgo. Which is Vince McMahon. So Vince is back. Is Seth being, showing a little more courage? He's being a little bolder about what he says to try to get that attention.
To Vinny.
To keep Vinny's attention. And here we've got the storm and unexpected. I think a lot of this, this chatter, this social media talk, throwing shade at his colleagues, he's starting a storm. I mean, there's definitely some static there. We're going to move on to one of the decks that's a little more petty, a little more situational. But I think we see already that Seth, we know what he wants, and we know that what he feels he deserves, that he's feeling a little disillusioned, a little regretful about being in this situation. If you look at the short that we just posted about Seth, we had the fake smiles card there, which is similar to this external surface card. But he's got some stormy emotions, and he's causing some drama. Let's see what this next deck brings us.
He's 36. So yeah, he's in almost that midlife crisis age, in the sense of like everybody says it's 50. No, it's not.
Right. Well, I mean, for the wrestling business.
Right. 36 is that time when you don't feel as young anymore.
Right. By the way, Roman and Cody are also like that same 36, 37 age frame.
Mm-hmm. Where it's that now or never age for them. In their mind, right? It's now or never. Body's beat up. We know Seth is the workhorse. So I definitely think his body's more beat up than everybody's. For him, bowing out at 45 might be appealing, right? Like, that's what Cody said, right? 45 was his bow out. Right, he didn't want to overstay his welcome. Who knows what it is for Seth, right?
And Roman also said, "Yeah, I could keep doing this till I'm 45." Of course, Roman said that in the vein of, "Oh, I could hold this belt until I'm 45," which would be about what it would take for him to break Bruno's record. All right, we've had a few cards drop here, about 5 or 6. Shuffle through this deck another 1-2 times and see if anything else wants to make itself known.
I don't know. He's a Grand Slam champ. I don't know. I feel like I love Seth. By the way, this is not us hating, because I am a huge Seth Rollins fan, and I feel like he's definitely my guy, Shawn Michaels. But I also feel like he definitely, his shoulders hits the mat. He doesn't complain. He puts people over. That's what Shawn did in his second run. Nothing but put people over. Even though people like to crap on Shawn, that's Seth. Seth's shoulders hits the mat 10 times more than his wife's.
I'm telling you, when he took that L to Cody,
3 in a row.
3 in a row. When Cody was injured with the blown out pec.
With the blown out, he beat you with one boobie.
And we thought, oh, well, for sure, Seth's got to win this one.
Nope.
But no.
So.
First card up here, endings, change, and transformation.
He wants a change.
He wants a change. He needs a change. I mean, he needs to change his fortune within the company. He might need to change this gimmick.
Because the character is annoying.
People love the song, but
the character that matches it is annoying.
He's like the male Chelsea Green. And that's derogatory.
Like, I love Seth. And I liked the character at first, but now it's just gone to the point where it doesn't even make sense. It's just super goofy.
We've got heartbreak, love, hate, and break up. I doubt that that's his personal life. I think this is, again, just his feelings of disappointment with the business. Gift, reward, and offer. I really believe that even when the booking is not going Seth's way, that he is being compensated for the work. I am sure that Vince appreciates him, that Paul appreciates him, that he still gets his money, but like Calypso said a few minutes ago, he wants to be on that marquee.
But again, this is what happens. I agree with somebody's comment that on one of the videos, he did an interview. I told you, with Ariel Helwani, and people should go watch that. But this is what happens when Roman ties up 2 belts. This was always going to be the problem when both belts got unified.
Right, you've got half as many champs.
Exactly. Everybody wants the belt because the belt equals a bonus in pay. So, again, what people don't realize is every time those belts are tied up to, Roman's getting the bonus and no one else. Because whoever's the champ gets a bonus. They also want the bonus money.
Sure. And for, 550 or so days until last week, the same was true of those tag titles.
Accurate. Right. Everything becomes unified. By the way, and it looks like they're teasing unifying the women's belt.
They should. We've got betrayal, deceit, and jealousy. Well, I mean, we've been talking about the jealousy nonstop. Is deceit really going on here? I mean, I think that, we were just saying Seth is feeling bold. He's starting to talk kind of greasy in public.
Which he never did, by the way.
Which he never really did, right? He's always been such a company guy that, if you saw him saying things that were a little out of pocket, it was clear that it was a work because he's saying it to Vince. He's not saying it to reporters outside the umbrella of the company. So, is he starting to feel a little snaky? I don't know. Roller coaster, instability, ups and downs. Ain't that the truth?
Here's the thing. I'm looking at his wiki. Not to cut you off. I'm looking at his wiki. He's got belts. He had a 2-year reign with the Authority.
He's got accolades.
He just doesn't put... try not to curse. He doesn't put butts in the seats, though.
Well...
Not the way Roman does. And he doesn't move merch the way his wife or Roman does. I've looked at the merch sales. He's not even in the top 5. That matters. It's a business. Like, if Seth wants to become the guy again, he needs people buying his merch. Sounds like he better get somebody who can make good merch. If Seth Rollins seems to see this, get someone who makes you better merch, Seth. I love you, but your merch is buns. Get better merch and change this character. Like, it tone down the goofiness. By the way, women love masculine men. You know why Roman Reigns is so over? Because he acts like a man.
Get some pants that fit, Seth.
Right. And Cody wears suits. He dresses like a man. He comes off alpha masculine.
Looks like a champ.
Women want to be dominated by an alpha masculine man. We don't want a man that we look like we peg. And by the way, your woman looks like she pegs you. So there it is.
Well, we know who the man is in that house, allegedly for entertainment purposes. And that being said, final card from this deck is What's Hidden? The Unknown and the Shadow Self. We've talked about a lot of things that are on the surface here. Seth's a Gemini, by the way. So he's got, his one face, and then he's got his evil twin face. And he's also extremely emotional. He feels things strongly. By the way, Roman Reigns, also a Gemini. So it's an interesting time here. Jon Moxley / Dean Ambrose, not a Gemini. So I really thought I was going to see a trifecta in the Shield, but that was not the case. So yeah, there's, in addition to all the emotions that I think we have seen, there's something else under the surface. Let's go for a little more, even more petty tea. See what this deck might show us. These cards feel slippery.
But I'll admit, I don't think the Fed has ever booked him properly in his runs, except for when he was the Beast Slayer. I feel like that is literally of all his championships, even as the IC champ, I never felt like he was booked properly. But when he was the King Slayer, nah, he was booked right. That's the only time in his career. And I think that's why he's frustrated, because he sees Roman being booked properly like a champ, right? He's working less, making more money. As Roman constantly says, these dudes wish they had my...
They wish they had my spot.
They do. They wish they got paid and worked less. They wish they had a plane like I do, a bus like I do. Like, everybody wants to be Roman Reigns. And like he said, no one else is getting my deal. It's just the way it is. Nobody, like we constantly mention, by the way, about Roman. When you are able to be racially ambiguous or marketed as such, right? Even though we know he is Samoan, he's full-blood, he is, from Hawaii, all that stuff. We get it, right? But the thing is, when you're allowed to be marketed as racially ambiguous, where you could be marketed to Indians because you look like them. You could be marketed to Saudis or Arab people because you look like them. When you could be marketed to blacks because you rep their culture, right? Like you act and talk and walk like them with the same swagger. When you can be marketed to white people and they still be into you, right? Like it matters when you can be marketed to multiculturals. And at the end of the day, nobody will admit it's because Roman is acting like this boss man, right? I'm talking about like a man, very masculine, alpha wolf pack man, right? And with swag, he's dripping, he's oozing swag of confidence. Like Seth has never embodied that. And I think to some degree he's a little bit jealous that Roman's character has gotten so over. Right? Because Roman struggled like he did for years, right? Everybody loves when everybody's on the struggle bus, right? Ooh, we struggle buddies. Everybody loves that. But nobody likes when you step out of that.
And Seth hasn't had a strong stable around him since the Shield.
Nope.
Right. I mean, he had Buddy in the Monday Night Messiah phase.
That was booked terribly.
It was booked terribly, and it was short-lived. But apart from that, the last time he really had his bros around him was the Shield.
Accurate.
And now Moxley's gone, and Roman is greatness on another level.
He's the only one floundering. And he's the more talented of the three.
And he ends up feeling like he's floundering. Even though he's getting booked against top talent, in good positions, great matches,
and probably making good money.
I forget what Meltzer rated that match with Logan, but it was at least 4.5,
I think
right?
it's like 4.5, something like that. I don't know. So I think he can learn from Trish Stratus some attitude of gratitude, just a little bit.
Yeah, but he can't get no satisfaction.
No, wow. I see what you did there. I like it.
Okay, I think we'll go once more. I think this deck is pretty much done.
Remember to like, share, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, you guys. This is Wrestling Tea Tarot with Jude. You know,
And Calypso Vibes.
Right, and you get to hear our banter while doing the tarot. You can't get that nowhere else. You know what I mean? You get the juicy tea, allegedly for entertainment purposes, and some good wrestling banter from wrestling fans.
Okay, first off, again, this is a little bit of a petty tea deck. So first, out the gate, high key, something needs to be said out in the open, obvious, letting everyone know. We've been talking about this on several cards. Seth is not keeping it bottled in right now. He is really, he's letting it fly. And if it stirs up, trouble, it stirs up trouble. Again, however much of that is shoot versus work, it feels like shoot. But again, he's very good at what he does. Clapback, making a comeback. Don't be a doormat. Fight back, a comeback. Return fire and dis. This is exactly what he wants, right? Seth wants to reclaim a position like at the top of the marquee.
Okay,
Seth. And he is serious about it. And he has, again, his wife, who's a top face in the company.
She's speaking up for
him.
And Roman.
In their feels, caught up in your feelings, let emotions control you, emotional, deep feelings. We were just talking about this, right? I mean, Seth is an emotional guy. He's a Gemini. He feels like he's owed better than he's gotten. And his body of work doesn't say that he's wrong.
But it can't be your time all the time. Like, seriously.
Staycation, a vacation spent at home, enjoying local attractions. Mini vacation or on a budget. Seth hasn't taken a break in a while.
I've said it, and I'm going to say it again.
He needs to go away so we can miss him.
He needs to go away so we can miss him, so he can come back to that pop. He needs like a 4-month, 6-month break. I think he needs to go away for a little while, at minimum 3 months.
At minimum 3 months. I think 3 is probably about right.
He needs a break.
Like maybe after...
He needs to go home, go train. He owns a wrestling facility. Go train some wrestlers this summer. Go take a summer vacation. Go home.
The only thing that I wonder, because, the Saudi event is King of the Ring.
Oh my God. Right?
And if he wants King of the Ring, he's not going anywhere. A lot of people have had their careers made by King of the Ring.
We can see a resurrection.
So,
as long as we get a new character, oh my God, please just change the iteration. Keep the song, change the iteration.
Change the clothes. Viral, message getting around quickly, becoming instantly famous, popular, network, lucky break. Well,
there you go.
I mean, the word is traveling. It's a lot of buzz. I tell you, Vinny's selling the company. Means everyone wants to talk about who's not happy in that WWE locker room. This is the perfect time for Seth to be airing his grievances like it's Festivus, and he's taking advantage of it. Everything he says, there's ears willing to talk about it. Netflix and chill. Romantic chill date at home, sexual chemistry, bait and switch, dating. Again, if he decides to do this staycation, maybe he and Becky spend a little more time together. Becky, if you care about your career, might not want another baby right away. Clearly, it didn't do great things for your career, but look, if that's what you want, and then more power to you, and all blessings for it. Can't deal with the situation, don't know what to say or do, can't comprehend, shaking my head, wow. I mean, that's his energy throughout all of this. I can't believe they're doing me this way. And he is salty, sudden change of mood, feeling someone did you wrong, upset, bitter, annoyed, jealous. It's not the first time we've seen that jealousy card. So all of these feelings and emotions has been pretty consistent throughout. I think this is telling a story we already know, but that maybe he's due for a staycation. If he's not the one that's going to win King of the Ring, then he might not need to go to Saudi for that. If he's got anything booked for Backlash, go enjoy the sights in Puerto Rico, and then take yourself home, get on the porch. This last deck is usually pretty money and career based, so let's see what this has to say as some final words about Seth. Thanks again for watching, and like Calypso said, like, share, leave a comment. Let us know in the comments, 1, what you think should happen with Seth. 2, what other topics would you like to see us cover? We've definitely been working our way through the newsmakers and the active roster. You can also check out the Vicky Guerrero video that just went posted. We will occasionally, not often, but occasionally, touch on some of the darker stories in wrestling, present and past. We've had some requests for some things that are pretty heavy topics. It takes a lot of energy to do those, and so we won't do them all the time, but we will from time to time.
Yes,
but
we get asked about a lot of the death ones, right? And
which makes sense because you're lifting the veil.
I get it, but I'm letting people know, just know that stuff is heavy. It's heavy, y'all. It is. It's heavy.
We remind you that this is allegedly for entertainment purposes, but it does require spiritual energy and emotional energy and connection from us as we we just had a bunch pop there as we read these cards. Can you get those? All right, I think that's it. Okay.
Right,
go once more through and then we'll call this good.
That's probably. I think people don't realize that it's still divination. It's still giving your energy.
But we do not place these cards ahead of time, obviously, as you watch them fall chaotically from the deck. And
so no, I am giving myself in exchange for this information, and it can be taxing. Especially depending on whose heavy energy you're tapping into. Cough, cough, Bray Wyatt. Oh my gosh.
I'll tell you, I barely made it through that Vicky Guerrero reading the other night. And some of the topics that people have asked us about, we have done off camera before we started this channel, because we were interested in what sort of things we would see. And it takes it out of us. But back to the topic at hand, being Seth freaking Rollins. He is moving up, increasing power and status, may get a promotion, move to a better home or office. So what we've seen brewing here likely will pay off. You will be offered a new position or opportunity. And that this looks like sort of an offering sensor, but it's also shaped a little bit like that magic lamp. So it could take us back to those wishes that we saw in the first deck.
I think it's probably both.
Renewal. Take time to recharge your energy to get back on track. There's that staycation.
See?
Take a break.
See?
How can we miss you if you don't go away, Seth?
Even Spirit is telling you, Seth. Go away.
Gifts. You are uncovering new talents that will land you new work and a better position. Maybe this is
mentoring. I definitely think he's a great mentor. He would be a great mentor and teacher.
So you use your gifts, whatever you haven't shown us yet. that might be the key to getting over on a whole nother level. Because the answers are coming. You will resolve your current situation soon. You'll find unique ways to stand out. There it is. Use those gifts to stand out, and you'll find yourself moving on up. Investment. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks. There might be a change coming. You know, if we see Seth take a little break, come back with some renewed energy, maybe a different approach, do some spiritual inner work. Okay, we don't hear a lot of that about Seth and or Becky. Maybe it's something that they do and keep very private. Maybe it's something that's on the horizon for them to experience in a new way or for the first time.
Right, they do CrossFit. So, you know, or it's, you know, they care about their health so much. Like they've really tapped into taking care of their body. Like, my body is my temple.
Right.
Becky's literally said that.
But don't leave out the other side of it.
No, that's what I'm saying. So they might be, you know, working on the, you know, the spiritual side.
Right. You're taking care of the vessel. Don't ignore the contents of the vessel. Cultivation. You're in the growing phase right now and must continue to water the seeds. We already had the seeds card. Mm-hmm. Things are coming. Changes are coming. He will get what's coming to him. There may be a hiring freeze or no new work now. This was recently announced. Calypso pulled it on a reading last week as well. The hiring freeze in the WWE.
I called it, by the way. I'm positive I pulled it in either Vinny's. I gotta find that, but I really think it's Vinny's that I pulled the hiring freeze in.
So what does this mean for Seth? Well, it means he won't be facing off against Jay White anytime soon.
Or Nick Aldis.
Or Nick Aldis. But it also means that if there's no new talent, there's no new Cody coming in to pull the rug out from under everybody but Roman Reigns. You know, the opportunity within the company is there for the guys who have been putting in the work for these years and have really earned their spots. So yeah, I think this really told the story I was expecting. This was a guy who's feeling like he's been shorted. He's feeling emotional, you know, salty. We even had the salty card. He's being a little greasy with his words, but the work that he has been doing, if he exploits his gifts and talents a little bit differently, keep cultivating those seeds he's been planting, Seth's going to get what he wants. And if that's the, you know, possibility of main eventing WrestleMania 40 against Roman or against somebody else, Seth, hang in there. We see you. You're doing the great work.
I know you don't like it.
I don't.
That just for entertainment purposes. I just want to see if she comes up or Roman comes up. Just one shuffle, well, maybe two.
Again, if Roman comes up, that's Seth coming up because Roman and Seth are both Geminis.
That's
all
true.
Right, we'll take a quick one through here.
It's the astrological.
See whose astrological energy pops for us.
If no one, it's fine. Just with all the tea that was hot, I'm just wondering if Paul, like, you pulled Vinny's energy, right? And yes. I'm wondering, is it Vinny blocking Seth's ascension, right? Like, Vinny's like, no, we got a cash cow.
More than one.
Right.
We've got Roman, we've got Brock, we've got Cody.
Right. And we have the Usos who've now been pulled up drastically because of this, right? With Sami Zayn and all of them.
I don't think Sami Zayn is going to be anywhere near the cash cow. But
he is currently. Doesn't change that he's not. That's all.
So we got a lunar eclipse. Dramatic change, shift in perception, unveiling, disillusion, cycles. Who's the moon?
There you go. Oh my God. It said who the moon was. Is that
Leo.
Libra's? No.
No, Leo's sun. Cancer is the moon. gosh, who is a
But
Cancer?
there's another sign I thought you said that represents the moon. That it's always
Not
moon
so
and
sure.
moon.
Yeah, no Cancer energy is jumping to mind for me just now.
But listen to what it says, though. Like,
It says a lot of what we've already said, right?
that's why I'm saying.
That
like,
dramatic change. We've had the
you
storm.
see the shifting, like the way the card looks.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like someone's shifting.
Yes, it looks like there's an outer layer of face being removed. So yeah, I think that this is really confirming a lot of what we've already seen.
The moon is currently in Capricorn. I'm just talking about like today. The moon is in Sagittarius until 1:32, and after which the moon will shift to Capricorn. So Sag and Cap energy.
Is there an eclipse coming? I don't know. We'll have to take a look at that.
Off thing, but I still think the imagery, for me, is what I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's him shifting, like shape shifting.
Which, again, we've been talking about he needs to do. So,
just confirmation. That's
absolutely.
all.
Thanks very much for watching. Again, we've been talking about Seth Rollins, allegedly for entertainment purposes. You've been watching Wrestling Tea Tarot. Please check out our other videos and shorts. If you've enjoyed this and made it all the way through this video, be sure to like and share, leave a comment, let us know what you think about Seth and who else you'd like to see us talk about.
Don't forget to turn on the notification bell.
And don't forget that notification bell. Again, I am Jude. My partner is Calypso Vibes. We do appreciate your watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.